Good morning, Standard 7. In the previous class, we have discussed about structure of the earth. Already we have discussed crust, matter and core. Today, we are going to read about rocks. Rocks are divided by three kinds. The earth lithosphere is made up of rocks. Actually, lithos in Greek means rock. The word rock usually brings to mind hard materials like marble, granite and sandstone. However, for geoscientists, rock also includes soft and loose materials like clay, sand, gravel, slate, and in fact everything that forms the lithosphere of the earth. इसी लेयर में ये सब मिला है. Rocks are made up of minerals. Minerals are naturally occurring chemical compounds. The mineral feldspar and quartz, silica, silica are common constituents of rocks. Minerals vary in color, structure, hardness and luster. Diamond is the hardest known mineral. Even some edible substance like halite or rock salt are minerals. Some rocks contain useful minerals from which metals like iron, copper and gold it can be extracted. These minerals are called ores. Rocks like marble, granite, basalt and sandstone are good building materials. So now, based on how they are formed, rocks may be of three types: igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic. Now come to the point, igneous rocks. Deep below the earth's surface, rocks are in a molten state called magma. When magma cools and solidness, it forms a very hard rock known as igneous rock. Much of the earth's crust is made up of igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are called primary rocks, as these were the first rocks formed when the earth का जो crust solidified. Igneous rocks are formed either on the surface of the earth or below it. Then sedimentary rocks. Running water, wind and moving ice carry small particles of rock. When these rocks particles are deposited on land or on the beds of ocean or rivers, they are called sediments. Sediments are deposited in layers. They harden over the years because of the weight of the layers above and the presence of the cementing materials like lime, tuna. When the layers are formed underwater, the weight of the water also helps in hardening. Rocks formed by the deposition and hardening of layers of sediment are called sedimentary rocks. Such rocks are usually made up of layers of different composition: sandstone, limestone, gravel, etc. clay. कोयला जो है तो is a sedimentary rocks, but unlike other sedimentary rocks, the coal that we see today was formed by the remains of organism, mainly plants, which got buried with other sediments millions of years ago. The high pressure and temperature under the earth's surface covered these remains into carbon, which is the main constituent of corn. Now come to the metamorphic. Metamorphic, this word means change of form. Igneous and sedimentary rocks change their form under very high temperature or pressure. Such changed rocks are known as metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks are usually very hard. Some common example of such rocks are marble, slate, quartzite. Rocks undergo a cycle of transformation, often called the rock cycle. Magma rising from deepest below the earth's surface produces igneous rocks. The breaking down of different type of rocks produces sedimentary, from which sedimentary rocks. This is our form. Extreme heat and pressure may cause igneous and sedimentary rocks to form metamorphic rocks. When rocks are melted by heat, new magma is formed. Now, development of landforms. Major landforms like mountains develop mainly due to forces that originate below the earth's surface. Such forces lead to slow earth movements, which build new landforms, and sudden earth movements, which modify existing landforms. We will now study some processes that create or modify landform. First is volcanoes. A volcano is a vent or a opening at a weak spot in the earth crust, through which magma erupts into the surface of lava. Sometimes lava comes out through long, deep cracks in the earth's crust. During a volcanic eruption, gases, ash, steam, and even pieces of rocks are swept out along with that lava. Gradually, ash, rocks, and solidified lava fill up around the vent, forming a conical hill known as a volcanic cone. The word volcano is also sometimes used to refer to a volcanic cone. Mount Etna in Sicily, Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, and Kilauea and Manna Key in Hawaii are the examples of volcanoes. The top of the volcanic cone has a cave-like depression called a crater. Magma reaches the crater through a vertical pipe-like passage. The original volcano may undergo change over time. New cones may develop, and the original crater may become wider and shallower after a fresh eruption. Such an enlarged crater is called a caldera. Volcanic islands, the top of a volcanic cone formed on the sea floor may rise above the water to form a new island. The island of Surstray near Iceland in such an island. Such an island will disappear if the top of the volcano is blown off by a violent eruption. Now, tectonic processes. The Earth's lithosphere is broken up into several pieces, just like the pieces of a large jigsaw puzzle. These pieces, known as plates, float on the soft layer of the middle portion of the Earth. The floor of partially molten material within the mantle causes the place of the lithosphere to move relative to each other. As the plates move, they push, pull, slide, rise, sling, bend and break also. Such processes act over millions of years and create major landforms. Okay, they are called tectonic processes after the Greek word tecton, means builder. Plate movement causes volcanic activities and earthquakes, especially at the margins of the moving plates. Earthquakes. An earthquake is a sudden and violent shaking of the Earth's surface. Most earthquakes are caused by the movement of the plates of the lithosphere. Volcanic eruptions also cause earthquakes. An earthquake usually lasts for only a few seconds, but may be violent enough to cause extensive damage to life and also property. The point at some depth below the Earth's surface where the vibration of an earthquake began is called the focus. From there the vibration spread in all directions, much like the ripples caused by the dropping of a stone into a pool of water. The point on the Earth's surface that lies directly above the focus is called the epicenter. The vibration reaches this point first and then spread out over the surface. Thus the epicenter usually suffers the maximum destruction. Measuring earthquakes. The instrument used for recording and measuring the vibration of an earthquake is called seismograph. The magnitude of an earthquake depends on the energy released. It is measured usually from 0 to 10 on a scale called the Richter scale. Consecutive whole numbers on this scale represent about 30 times increase in energy released during an earthquake. Thus, an earthquake measuring 7 on the Richter scale is 30 times more severe than one that measures 6. However, the damage earthquake causes depends on many factors such as the type of soil, type of buildings, quality of construction, population density, etc. etc. Generally, earthquakes measuring 2 or less on the Richter scale are not even felt by us. Now, surveying an earthquake at Bhuju in the year 2001, a powerful earthquake measuring about 7 on the Richter scale in the Indian state of Gujarat on 26 January 2001. It causes great damage, killing more than 20,000 persons and destroying nearly 4 lakhs houses. About 16 million people were directly or indirectly affected by the earthquake. The earthquake had its epicenter near Bhuj in Kachcha. The region around Bhuj therefore suffered the maximum damage. Now the last point of this topic, landform created by plate movement. How? Plates may move towards each other, away from each other or past each other. When two plates move towards each other, the rocks between them wrinkle up to form fault mountains. The process is known as folding. When two plates move apart, they cause fissures, fractures and rifts to open in the earth's crust. Okay? The flow of molten material underneath may cause chunks of the crust to collapse or to be pushed up along a rift. A rift is along with which adjacent blocks of rocks have been displaced is known as fault. The raised blocks form block mountains and the sunken blocks form rift valleys. So sometimes two plates may slide past each other. Such movements does not create major landforms but may change existing ones by forming faults and causing earthquake and landslides. So today we have finished this chapter. Next class we shall discuss about the question or chapter 2. Thanks.